All right, so I was talking about coal. The issue here with coal is that coal functions both as a fuel and also as an ingredient for a handful of things. And so if you then have two different types of fuel, you got we're gonna have solid fuel here real soon. Um, Actually, let's see how close rocket fuel is. Rocket fuel. Oh wow, that's real close. Okay. Well, we may use rocket fuel then. Um, so I'm going to have a belt that used to be the coal belt. It's now going to be a rocket fuel belt. And unfortunately, the way the splitters work, you can't have them, having multiple items in their supporting their split. So if this belt becomes a rocket fuel belt, then it's not going to be a copper belt anymore, or not going to be a coal belt anymore. And for that reason, what we're going to have to do is we'll have to have a separate coal belt. But since there are very few things, it's plastic and grenades, if I remember correctly. There's only a couple of things that actually need coal. We might just have that be a separate belt entirely. Now, another thing, it's very easy to imagine. Okay, well, I'll put them both onto the bus. Well, first of all, the bus is pretty jam packed, tight already. But second, if you start adding another item in there that will add additional diagonal splitter lines at various places, then it shifts everything over by one. And then you have to go through and you do a massive rebuild with all sorts of. You have to collect things off of belts they're going to show up as trash in your inventory. It's just a real pain. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to repurpose that belt as is. Okay. So I'm realizing here I got distracted. I was working here. I was preparing to make, this was going to make these. All right, let's see if I can go back and I'll see if I can get this at least configured. We'll call that the end of the episode once I've got these machines ready to run. All right, so let's take a look here. I kind of want to like get red circuits running enough that I can see them running. Actually, what I might do is a cheapo way to do it here. What I'll do here. Oh, this is even cheaper. Even cheaper. While I'm here, I will go ahead like I was originally planning. I'm just going to drop off coal or copper and all those machines that want it. And now we're going to see red circuits. Come on. Take your path. This is going to take longer than I anticipated here. I was thinking that I could just get this all caught up here. Get it all backlogged so it'll show directly on the belt where it's going. There, it's finally backlogged a little there. All right. Red circuits are headed over that way. They're going to end up on this belt, which is going to put them up here. We'll have the diagonal line coming down. That'll build the logistic robots. And then we come back up by 3 spaces. Where are you, red circuits? Are some of these jammed up? Looks like some of these splitters are all messed up. All right, let's take a look. Okay, well, wait a minute. Why are we mixed up here? Did I have batteries in the wrong place? All right, so what can happen occasionally I'm not 100% clear. I think we've got a mix-up of different items on the belt here. Occasionally, if you've got your belt a little bit screwed up, or as when I was offline, I actually dumped some trash onto various belts, and maybe that's what happened. Maybe I broke it there, or maybe it's just this right here. Will that allows green to go through. It should allow the red to come down. All right, what happened to our red circuits? Our red circuits were coming through here. Splitters take them all the way down to there. Okay, as expected. Maybe some just went ahead and I lost track. I'm not quite sure. All right, that's up. That'll be up a couple more times, and it should come down, end up in here. Very good, very good. All right, let's connect the bricks. All right, so now stone bricks are going to come down. We'll do a little painting while we're waiting for that to finish. Kill that, kill that. I'm actually going to kill that chest as well. I'll kill this one too. Because very soon we're going to have a logistics system, so it will be very easy to break those sorts of things. We can get started on yellow science as well. That'll be awesome. All right, so we're now finally building that. We said that we're going to keep it for later. What else is required for purple science? We've got rail already. We need a productivity module. We don't have that yet, but that would be just green and red science. That's actually, or green and red circuits. That's very, very easy. All right. Put that there. The red circuits will actually be coming. Yep, they only have to be there. And then we're going to have green circuits. Been a while since we've used those, but we can find some over there. Need to move the whole thing backwards a step. And green circuits are all the way up there. Yeah, we haven't used them in a while. Didn't want those. There, that's what we wanted. All right, green circuits, red circuits, and this will turn into productivity modules. Yep. All right. So if we don't build the other elements, if we just build, all right, logistics system, oh, that's requiring yellow science. Oh, that's annoying. Well, let's see what we can do here. The purple science, how do I get purple science? I defer that. This requires yellow science as well. All right, so I'm going to have to get some yellow science down there in order to get these things built. All right, so let's see what we got here. Actually, let's go ahead and we'll put that rocket fuel in to queue it up. In order to make the purple science, how many am I going to need? All right, so this is 100 units. We'll start that research. The productivity module is 50, and this is going to be another 100. So that's 250. Yeah, I guess it's time to go ahead and connect. But what I'll do, I'll run this down so it's below the, I'm going to plan ahead here. I'm going to tee in with the other one. All right, so where is... We need science to be down here. Do we have any real space where we could fit it? That's going to be real tight. Actually, we could take all of this. We move all of this down. Not that. Let's move all of this down by one space. Take that. All right, so whoa, that went a lot faster than I expected. But that will eventually be a line that we can do. This would be interesting actually. How far do I want to draw that line? Oh, that's interesting. I've never done that before. You kind of pre-planned a line like that using the map. That's kind of cool. All right. Now, that looks about right there. All right, so this is where the yellow science and eventually the purple science will both come. And if you come take a look at what I've done here. So what I've done is I split these two, this upper under layer of the underground belt with the lower layer of the underground belt. Now I've got way too much in my inventory, need to clear things out. And so that now what I can do is I can jam two different lines together, like so. We'll put an underground belt here. This really feels like a kludge to me, but I don't know. Today's kludge is tomorrow's normal, so maybe we'll just live with it. All right. Need a whole heck of a lot of belts. Let's see how many that is, if that's enough to build our whole connection here. I am looking forward to when I've got construction robots and I can just throw these things up. I mean, nanobots, of course, was cool, but I'm looking forward to the point where I can just throw these things up and know that over the next 10, 15, 20 minutes, eventually they will just get built as if by magic. All right, well, okay, so yellow science is now connected. We're working on purple science. And that was, we needed a productivity module. That's going to be a couple of research steps away. So paint in all of that for now. Yeah, so we'll make the productivity module. And then what we'll do here is that's Rails plus productivity module. So, all right. Not a great solution, but good enough. We're going to have this go over here. And so this will be productivity modules, and this will be productivity modules plus the furnaces. This will be Rails. And rails are way the heck up there, probably even past the stone bricks, right? Maybe so far away that we're missing huge portions of it. No, wait a minute. Rails are here. I just walk. I'm blind. I'm blind. All right. There are rails, which means they're there. That's easy enough. So that will all be connected momentarily. This whole thing will be another research station. Only this won't be doing yellow research. It will be doing purple. All right, that'll be our purple. And then the next thing that we're really looking for is we wanted to get some better fuel. So what we'll probably do is that we'll set up a fueling station down here, somewhere in here. That fuel station will be turning our various resources into solid fuel. So if we take a look at what rocket fuel is, rocket fuel is light oil plus solid fuel. Solid fuel is either light oil or petroleum or heavy oil. So what we can do is we can take these three, and we'll need to extend other things eventually, but if we take those three as a start, then what we can do is we can say, I want an underground pipe like this. That'll be an underground pipe. And now for each of these, I believe it was just the material by itself. Okay, so that's cool enough. Need to plan ahead that this is this. Then there was another line. Then there was another line. Okay. So what we can do here is underground pipe here to a pump. Connect the power and the circuit network. All right, so this will be, that's the heavy oil. And what we'll say is if the heavy oil is more than, say, 5,000, so we're not running short of heavy oil, then we'll have it go down here into a chemical plant. Chemical plant is turning heavy oil into fuel. Of a belt here. Now we're going to have 3 of these plants doing output. So I think what I'm going to do is, since light oil is a little bit special, what I'll do is I'll have this be the petroleum line. Again, we want something like this, with only this one is going to be checking petroleum. If the petroleum is more than 5, and petroleum is that one, so we'll put our underground pipe attaching there, and then we'll have a final one that says if our light oil circuit network, our light oil is more than 5,000, then we will make light oil into solid fuel. That needs a connection here. And so what we'll do is we'll run all of these down quite a bit. And actually the nice thing is, because it's light oil, nah, it won't quite work. We're gonna have to have another pipe here. This one I don't really want to be controlled. I want it to just always produce. So light oil is going to come here. It's going to turn solid fuel into rocket fuel. And rocket fuel, I don't know. Do we want to have it be... I don't think it needs to be on this part of the bus. I think we actually want it to go backwards and kind of connect to the bus elsewhere. Alright, so the way I'm going to do this, I want to give preference to the heavy oil and the petroleum. I don't know if it really matters, but let's go ahead and do it. What you could do is, when you've got an option, you can say input priority right. So if there's anything available on the right, it will try to use that first. We need another one of these machines. Rocket fuel is progressing. Gonna need 300 blue science. I don't know if it's gonna finish quickly, if it has enough stuff or not. Alright, so we're making solid fuel. This is going to be rocket fuel. Why not? We'll just keep... I said that I was gonna finish early, but I don't know, maybe this will become 2 episodes. Let's go ahead and now let's just copy the horizontal part. We'll make a pair of lines here. And I'll come back to connect all of this, actually. So you may, when we come back to the next episode, you may see that rocket fuel is already configured. Well, let's go and let's connect this rocket fuel into where we want the fuel line. I'm not going to switch all of the filters yet because rocket fuel is not actually running. So we'll continue to use coal here, but pretty soon what we'll do is that we'll go through the whole belt, and every place it has coal, we'll replace it with a filter that does rocket fuel instead. Oh, that went a little too far over. Let's have the belt go here. I think that'll line up nicely. Need to break that one block there. Schedule all of those to break. There we go. And down here, this is no longer necessary. Is that still that might be our only power connection though through the area, so let's not destroy the power lines just in case. Alright, so this is where rocket fuel is eventually going to connect. After we've got it all researched. We've still got plenty of blue research. Let's double everything. Since it seems like research is still what's making us slow. We've got, and we'll upgrade this. I might come through and have more inserters as well, just so we can get more throughput here. We upgrade all of these. It will upgrade the vertical inserters at least. And we don't have the resources for that. We can go get a whole bunch of iron and... Okay. This is another, it's a systematic irritation that happens in Factorio. Is just, you kind of get to this point where your whole inventory is so cluttered up with vaguely useful things that you're not currently in the midst of using, that you're just sitting there fighting for space in the inventory constantly. So, this gets a little better if you wear some armor that's got some capacity upgrades, but it's generally just a real problem. Systematic late game problem. Once we've got RoboWarts involved, that will reduce some of it because I don't have to carry around as much stuff. But it doesn't totally go away for a while. Let's see if we've got space to pick this up. I've got a few belts here. So I can pick up at least one slot worth of belts. Again, we're full, but, you know, whatever. Now, a little trick here. This is an auto... Well, I'll just go ahead for simplicity. I'm going to dump all this, and I'll dump my coal in there. So now I've got some inventory space. All right, cool. Well, rocket fuel is almost here. I'm actually going to wait just long enough to actually set it up. So I want to see this. Oh, and I didn't connect the pipes, did I? That easily solved. Come on, rocket fuel. There we go. Oh, is rocket fuel... Oh, that's made in a second level assembly machine. I forgot about that. Okay. This. We're going to make rocket fuel out of it. I do not understand the Factorio logic about like why some things are built in assembly machines, some things are built in chemical plants, but you know, you just kind of run with it, let it be what it is. All right, somewhere I picked up, where's my rocket fuel? I know I had it in my inventory. I'm just blind. You all are probably yelling at me right now. Oh no, I picked up solid fuel. That's what I did. I didn't have any rocket fuel in me. So we're making rocket fuel. We'll probably need more machines than that. All right, so let's put down another one. We'll put down another pair. And then, of course, all of this will gradually get upgraded over time. As we get more, we want to have more and more capacity. But it's all going to happen gradually. How much space? I can pick up a whole bunch of belts. But the belts are way the heck over here. Ah, yes. Okay, so it tried to get that. So a little trick here. Oh, no, you can't. I can't disable it. Well, that's just annoying. Sorry. All right. So we'll pick up a whole bunch of belts. A few hundred belts. And after we're done, then I will actually, for realsies, call a halt to the episode. Actually, you can see what's going on here. I'll just call a halt here. I hope it's been interesting. I've been enjoying playing. I'll see y'all later.